Therefore, when it comes to people brands, and if you really look at the persona who has been showcased in this book, what happens is when a brand gets affected, it's like a canker that affects the reputation of that particular brand. And a canker is essentially a cancer. And a cancer is very, very difficult to exterminate. And to that extent, reputations get sullied and soiled. In India, we are still not in a regime where, if somebody's reputation gets sullied and soiled, you go and file cases and you go after all the people who are responsible for what wrong they've done as yet. But I think we need to come there. And I think people need to set examples. And possibly the protagonist of this entire book is a classic example who must take that up. Because if you feel wronged, then you must set the wrong right. You can never ever set it totally right. Because whenever somebody thinks your name, they will have one thought. And that one thought was planted by maybe a set of people, maybe a set of instances, maybe a set of coincidences, maybe a set of happenstances, we don't know. Or could be a set of realities, even, we don't know. One needs to be careful to correct these impressions. A brand is something that floats. Once it's pulled down, it's very, very difficult to resurrect. And I think the only resurrection is when a whole mass of people tell you that you were not wrong, you were right, you were wronged, and then that is showcased out in public space itself. There are many brands in our lives who have undertaken such falls, and I think this is a classic case of one of the brands that we're talking about.
So let's start this, Harish, by trying to understand this. We are here to discuss a book about a man who almost blazed like a meteor, and I probably got burnt like one. The story of Jignesh Shah. Jignesh Shah's face, as I have said, is not that of a film star that people will remember. But the kind of effort that goes behind in creating a company, a brand, multi-brands, subsidiaries, which are picked up by global companies, in one shot, if everything loses out, what happens then?
Well, very typically this is a disaster. It is a disaster because, somebody's reputation has been scrummaged into the earth, literally. Now, you spoke of film stars. I think film stars have easier lives because glamour itself is a huge sheath, and that sheath most common people don't have. Most common people, I wouldn't call Jignesh Shah a common man, but then I would say that less common than the stars that we have around. Most of them do not have this sheath. As a film star, maybe you can go and, run over people. Maybe you could kill people. Maybe you could, kill an animal tomorrow. And you might still be able to get away with all of that. But much of this doesn't happen in corporate life and doesn't happen elsewhere, because corporate folks are very back-ended, and many of them are shy, many of them are media shy. And much of the time these types of people will have to battle it out differently. It will have to be a legal battle, it will have to be a correctionist battle. We don't live in a society which is very correctionist. If a wrong happens, it must be corrected. That correctionism as a theme must come into India in a big way, where if a human being has been wronged, that correction, when it happens, must be a monetary correction, it must be an image correction. The monetary correction is small, but the image correction is huge. And guess what? There are countries across the world which believe in correcting things that are wrong. And they go out of the way and spend millions of dollars to correct wrongdoing on the image of human beings and individuals. We are still not in that culture.
I think that's absolutely interesting. Let's revolve the question a little bit. Let's open the canvas a little bit. So in some way you are saying to resurrect Jignesh Shah, to resurrect his company, to give him justice, or whether he gets justice or not, that actually doesn't lie in his hands. That actually, that course correction, someone else has to do it. otherwise it will never happen. Is that you're trying to?
Yeah, I would put it this way, that there is a legal system in this country which is respected very, very heavily, apart from everything else. So it's a question of saying that, if that system has said that everything is okay, then there you are, you're clean. But that being clean isn't enough. It's extremely important for you to hanker for a remuneration to clear the image that was sullied. And I think that culture doesn't exist in this country. Most people are happy that, the law has cleared me. Let me not go and rake up the can once again. Let me not stir the pot once again, because I don't know what else might happen. And I think there's a wee bit of fear on that count. And I think just as long as we fear some, people will always suspect that things are not okay. Only the fearless are the ones who are seen to be totally clean, totally above board.